Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction video. This one is going to be yet another Craig Ferguson reaction. I know you guys love it. You keep recommending it, and I love it too. It's hilarious. Craig is by far the best interviewer I think I've ever seen in my life. I can't really name anyone better. Certainly not one that's funnier. So this one is going to be Craig Ferguson with Quentin Tarantino, the film director. And I just saw him on JRE with Joe Rogan, and it was interesting. It was fun. Like, I never really listened to Quentin Tarantino talk much. I've seen his movies, you know. I don't think I've seen Kill Bill Volume 1, like, all the way through, or Volume 2. But I've definitely seen Hateful Eight. I've seen Django Unchained. I've seen Pulp Fiction numerous times. So I'm familiar with his work. I've never heard him talk or speak or hang. But leave a like on the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a recommendation down in the comments. If you want to watch more Craig Ferguson, go for it. Let's do it. I'll probably create a playlist of just Craig Ferguson stuff because there's been so many of them. Just kind of get it in one section for you if you want to just binge watch. But yeah, let's get into it.
That's right, when you're watching commercials, I'm dancing with beautiful women and a horse. And a gay robot skeleton. Thank you. My first guest tonight is an iconic screenwriter and director. He's a genius. His latest film is Django Unchained in theaters December the 25th. Take a look at this. Holy crap. Quentin Tarantino, everybody! Quentin Tarantino!
Oh, yeah. One thing I noticed is Quentin does not dress up, and I respect him like crazy for that. You know, I love Steve Jobs always wearing like the blue jeans and the turtleneck and whatnot, and the sneakers, the white like running shoes or tennis shoes. I love it because the guy's worth $1 bazillion, but he still dresses like he's not. Go ahead and move this over here. Word?
Quentin, you look good, man. You look like you're going back to your video store chic.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you look good.
I got LRG. It's a cool clothing line.
Oh, is it really? Can we? Never mind. A Western man. I'm very excited.
You know, I gotta say, that's the first time I've seen one of our scenes turn into a clip for a show.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there watching. I was like, hey, that played pretty good.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Usually the clips they don't work. They're out of order. You know, it doesn't make sense. But I kind of got a kick out of that one.
Well, yeah, you got movie. You got Jamie Foxx in this movie. You got Leonardo DiCaprio. This is going to be big for him. He could become a star.
Yeah, you know, he's a comer. He's a comer.
Yeah. Now, it's when is it set then? Is it
It's set 2 years before the Civil War.
Right.
And it takes place a few different places, but mostly it's in the antebellum South, in Tennessee and Mississippi.
So it's kind of You're Gone with the Wind is what we're looking at.
Yeah, it's one of the ideas. It's more like a spaghetti western or like a '70s style.
You surprised me, Quentin. That's not what I think about you at all.
And it's Jamie Foxx plays a character named Django who gets his freedom from being a slave and becomes a bounty hunter.
Highly recommend you watch any of the spaghetti western. Spaghetti western because it was made in Italy, directed by Sergio Leone, I think his name was. Clint Eastwood films. Few Dollars More, Fistful of Dollars, Outlaw Josie Wales, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. All those are good and classic. Highly recommend.
Oh. And so he goes from actually being a slave to a black guy in the antebellum South who's paid to kill white people. And that's a pretty good job.
I suspect Crikey gonna go down.
It goes down.
I'm very excited.
It did go down.
You're going to have to work hard after Inglourious Bastards, man, because that was a great movie.
Oh,
that was a truly great movie, and I have
How the hell did I forget about that film? That was a good one.
To say that killing Nazis, I don't know if you can top that.
You know, I have to say, Nazis are pretty good bad guys.
Yeah.
All right, you know.
But you got Christopher.
Yeah, got Christoph Waltz in it. Yeah, he's the guy who teaches Jamie how to become a bounty hunter, and they become literally like a Butch and Sundance kind of team. I'm really happy with their teamwork. They're pretty cool in the flick.
Were you a fan of westerns? I know you love spaghetti westerns, but you're a fan.
Oh no, I'm a huge fan of westerns. And I keep, you know, like even something like Inglourious Bastards that had a lot of spaghetti western elements, but the music and the kind of the stylization of it all, and even Kill Bill, especially Kill Bill 2, had stuff like that in it.
Yeah. No, I see where you're going.
Yeah. So like, you know, now I'm actually finally got a chance to actually do one proper.
Hey, I got a pitch for you. Christmas movie. Yeah. Like, you know, Santa comes into the house and then gonna go down. Come on.
We'd watch it. We'd watch it for sure. It's like Santa finds himself into like a drug den. Shit goes down.
I mean, you've talked about, you know, maybe not working forever, right? You've talked about a finite amount of movies. Do you have a number? Like, after that, I'm going to stop?
Well, you know, something like...
Can you imagine if Django Unchained was about elves rebelling against Santa? Trying to escape the North Pole? Just a complete parallel shift on it. Oh my
10
God.
would be a good, nice round number. You never know. All right.
13's a good number.
Yeah. I just kind of don't want to be some old guy making movies, kind of out of touch. It's not kind of how I want to spend my twilight years.
Well, how do you want to spend them?
Be a writer. I'm a writer now, but I mean, I'll just like, you know, write novels and write film literature, and that'd be a nice way to.
No, I think what you should do is do a late night show. Do a late night show, and then gonna go down.
You know, I actually wouldn't be that bad at it.
I think you'd be really good at that.
You know, cut to 20 years, you might get a kick out of like say, hey, I gave that guy the idea.
If I gave that guy the idea and we're watching this in court, then I deserve money. That's right, my friend. Always remember.
It's captured right here on cinema.
Yeah. All right. So what are you watching? What were you watching this year that really kind of got your juices going? Do you watch movies when you're making them?
I saw a few things. This was actually a pretty hard movie. It was a big epic and everything, so I didn't get a chance to see as much movies this year as I normally do. Yeah, I saw Prometheus when it came.
I loved that movie.
Well, it was I loved it and I was disappointed at the same time.
Yeah. Is this our first fight, baby?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, it was, you know, on one hand, I was a little disappointed about it. On the other hand, it was actually kind of cool to see such a big deal, serious science fiction epic by a director like Ridley Scott.
Right.
But there was part of it I actually did like, and overall the experience was really cool having been in it. There was also a lot of dumb stuff in it, though.
Yeah, but, you know, you can't really have a science fiction movie without dumb stuff, or else it's not science fiction. You've got to, I mean, for every, you know, Obi-Wan, you've got to have your
That's
Jar
fair.
Jar.
That is so fair.
But I mean, when it got to the point where they're on another planet, and then a space cobra literally shows up.
Yeah.
Opens up its hood.
Yeah.
And the guy who's in charge of alien creatures goes, "Hey, little fella, how you doing?"
Yeah. I like that.
Hey, little fella.
I cannot remember that scene in that movie, but that's hilarious.
It's a space cobra.
Well, yeah, you know, you don't go near them. They're renowned for their danger. And they hate it when you wiggle at them like that.
Right.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. But how do you know it's a space cobra? It's not really a space cobra. It's just a cobra indigenous to that particular planet. It's not a space cobra.
What?
That's a good
Any
point.
cobra.
All right.
I don't get into his face.
Yeah,
Right, okay,
that's even
fair
better
enough.
point, actually.
But they got Fassbender in that movie. He's a good actor.
Fantastic in it. He's really good.
You used him in Inglourious
Inglourious
Basterds.
Bastards, yeah. No, he's terrific.
Does he speak German that well?
Yeah, he speaks German pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
His parents are German.
Fassbender. Is he related to Fassbender?
Not the Rainer Werner.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he was.
That would be cool,
Yeah,
yeah. If my name was Fassbender, I'd say yeah.
I would say, if my name was Fassbender, I would say, Uncle Rainer, yeah.
Yeah. We made a movie together when I was a kid. You wouldn't recognize me. I'm different now. It was the Teletubbies. I was the baby. You, would you ever make a kids movie? Would that ever appeal to you?
Yeah, actually, it kind of would. You know, I just hadn't come up with a good story yet or anything for something like that. But I could be interested in that. I remember, actually, I did a movie, and one of the assistant editors on the film.
That sounds wild. To me, that would feel like Tim Burton film plus Saw. Like, I don't think he's had any movie that hasn't been like super violent. So it's just like, what kids movie could he get away with doing? Like Spy Kids, but instead of space, they're fighting zombies. You know, like what could he get away with doing?
Had worked on Mighty Ducks 2 or something.
Right.
And they were talking about when they would do the screenings for Mighty Ducks, and they would bring kids in.
Love the
and
Mighty
they were
Ducks.
talking about how the fact that
Quack.
the
Quack.
kids that they brought in
Quack.
were so into
Quack.
the first
Quack.
Mighty Ducks that when they went to see 2, they were just rabid with excitement. And I kind of liked the idea of an audience being rabid with excitement.
Well, you know how you do very well in Cannes, right? Like they love you at the Cannes Film Festival. Well, you know at the Cannes Film Festival, you've been to movies there, and the French, audiences when they go there, if they like a movie, they cheer. And if they don't like it, they boo. That's like kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like, boo! We don't like this movie. This guy sucks.
It's boring. But when they love it. I actually remember working at the video store. One of the things was, parents would get so annoyed with their kids because the kids just wanted to see the same movie again and again and again. And literally, like 14, 15 times. Like
I've seen Ratatouille like 150 times. I'm not okay.
I'll see any of those Brad Bird movies.
Yeah, good, yeah.
But the thing is, though, I would actually have to kind of try to explain it a little bit to the parents. Like, look, don't get annoyed at him. He likes it.
Yeah.
When you say, hey, why don't you watch this because you haven't seen this? Well, he doesn't.
That's a good point. That is such a good point. They almost don't know that there's more to watch. They just really like this one thing, and they're like, I'm just going to stick with it. I've seen Ratatouille quite a few times.
Know if he's going to like that, but he knows he likes this.
Yeah.
That's a good audience.
Yeah, that's right there. That's what you want. That's branding right there. Yeah. You want to take a break?
I'll take a break.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with...
Oh, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah, we're back. Or we can keep talking about what we were talking about during the commercial break, which is about how you're going to do a kids movie. Yeah. No, I don't know. So, let's see. What else have we got? What came out this year that I think you might like?
Actually, what I saw that I was actually pretty impressed with, and I watched it just a little bit ago, was that it wasn't a movie that played at the theaters, but it was done like a movie. Was that Hatfields and McCoys? 6-hour movie with Kevin Reynolds directed, Kevin Costner. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know.
But
there's a lot of money in it. Would you ever do? Well, you've done some TV, right?
Yeah, no, I've done some TV. No, I would totally do something like that.
Yeah.
I actually think it would be really neat. I write these big, long scripts, and I usually have to cut the movies down to make it the right size length. Kill Bill is the one that I didn't cut anything out of because we were able to do two
spread
movies.
out. Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings, man. It just keeps coming at you.
Well, I could, yeah, exactly.
Like, and the third one's called Return of the King. I'm like, ooh la la! Spoiler alert!
I could totally see myself, writing a cool novelistic-like story and not having the limitations of the 2.5-hour time limit.
That would be cool. Quentin Tarantino, like Netflix series. That would be pretty neat.
Well, that's how they used to do it. Like, let's see, Treasure Island was written as a serial. I think Great Expectations too. They would write them like,
As Dickens, in particularly as Dickens would write, he would actually publish in chapter form before he was finished.
It's in a magazine, I think. Sherlock Holmes in the Strand magazine as well. And Dickens, I think, got paid by the word.
Well, one of the things though, it's funny is initially, for a while anyway, I was thinking about doing Inglourious Bastards that way, like a miniseries.
Oh, really?
And I was all kind of set. I kind of even figured out how to tell the story in about a 4 to 5 hour way. And I had even structure-wise had broken it up. So okay, this would end after this hour, and then this would, I kind of worked it all out. And I was I was just getting ready to start doing it. And I went out and had dinner with my friend Luc Besson, who did La Femme de King.
Right. Yeah. He's French,
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
And so I was telling him about my idea with him and his partner, and his producing partner, and producing partner was getting really into the idea. Oh, that could be wonderful. But Luke was like, I don't know. And I go, what? And he goes, well, you're one of the few directors that I actually like to leave the house and go see your movies at the theaters. And now you're telling me I'm going to have to wait years to do that? I'm a little disappointed. And it's like, sons of bitches, man. They say something and...
I'm outraged, let me tell you. Yeah.
They say, somebody says something and you hear it and then you can't unhear it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
And I kept running around in my head and I was like, well...
That's true. He is one of the directors that you would actually go see. J.J. Abrams is one of them. Zack Snyder is one of them, who just did the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Steven Spielberg has done quite a few that we would go see in the theaters. I don't know who directed the Marvel movies and whatnot, but yeah, those guys, those people.
Let me try to turn this into a movie one
Quentin's
more time.
definitely one of them.
Yeah. You were a long time on that one, weren't you? That was like. Do you ever give up? Do you ever start getting? You're going with a movie and I can't. I just can't. I give in. I can't do it.
Well, I think the first time I started writing Inglourious Basterds, it was that way. All right, but but the problem is with Inglourious Basterds, when I first started writing it, which was before Kill Bill,
right?
It just was too big. I was writing a novel. I wasn't writing a script to be done, and I realized, and it was like almost the opposite of writer's block. I couldn't shut my mind off. I kept coming up with a new character or a new story wrinkle or something, and the next thing I know, I had this giant tomb, and so I put it away and did something that I could tame myself with, like Kill Bill.
Right.
Cut to Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah. I was going to say, that was hardly anything going on there. Yeah, we have to take another commercial break. What is wrong with you, man? Quentin Tarantino, do we have to take... Please enjoy the products advertised. We'll be right back.
And that was what I was doing before Django, and then all of a sudden I got the idea.
Yeah, and then it takes you where it takes you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Well, we're out of time. We're not really. I'm just messing with the format. See? It's like when Travolta comes back and you go, wait, he died. No, he'll be back. Yeah.
Royale with cheese.
What do you do when you're not making films? Do you have any kind of a life that's outside of an edit suite?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. Somebody asked me a question. You get asked a question like that right now at this process, and I literally have been making this movie for the last year, so yeah, I do. I don't remember what it is I did before I started making this movie.
Well, you want to try some new stuff. What about some surfing?
I am not a surfer guy. I'm not really much of a surfer, but
that's not surprising.
Knitting.
Not really a needlepoint dude.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's all I got. Surfing or knitting are my two things.
One thing that I did after Kill Bill that was actually kind of cool, because that was such a big kind of part of my life, making that movie, and that was a real adventure. And I knew when it was over with and it was finally all in the rearview mirror, completely done with it. It was such an adventure in my life. I knew I had to have a little adventure to kind of officially put it in the past.
Are we talking an affair here?
No.
Okay.
An adventure.
All right, yeah. An adventure in the French way?
Yeah. And then so what happened was I was watching Animal Planet or something, and I saw that they have these horseback riding safaris.
That ended in such a hilarious way. Oh, because I knew they were looking over at Secretariat. The pantomime horse. That was good. It's always interesting to see in the mind of somebody you don't really get to hear much about, because you have influencers and actors, celebrities and stuff like that, but you don't really hear from a lot of directors about their lives or their process and stuff like that. So it's interesting to hear Quentin Tarantino go into that much detail, which is why I liked seeing him on Joe Rogan Experience. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's interesting. Yeah, that was fun. They had decent chemistry. That one wasn't so funny as it was just interesting. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a recommendation down in the comments below. I will react to it. I swear to God. There's a list. There is a list. And I'm going through them. But yeah, see you on the next one.